Welcome back students to the new edition of your tense. In this edition we are going to study about the future tense, all about the future tense. In our previous videos we have already studied about simple present tense and past tense. In this video we are going to study all about future tense. So what is future tense? Future tense will tell you about all the actions that will be done in future time, in the time to come. The first type of future tense is simple future tense. Now as we have studied in present and past tense, that simple tense speaks about the action taking place in that particular time. So what is simple future tense? It shows that an action will take place in the future time. When it is going to take place, how it is going to take place, irrespective of all that, it is going to take place in the future time. They will get success and I shall complete my work. These are some of the examples of your simple future tense. How this simple future tense is used? 1. To talk about the future action in a general way, that is our definition. We will celebrate Diwali next week. We have started the preparation. Diwali is just going to come in the next week. So simple future tense will celebrate. We will celebrate Diwali next week. Actions that is sure to take place. Those actions which are definite to take place in future time. Those actions also use simple future tense. Like we will get wet in this rain. Once you move out in rain, it is not possible that you will remain dry. Definitely you are going to get wet. So those actions that are sure to take place, we will use example as we will get wet in this rain. Here comes your pattern. Affirmative, again positive sentences without the use of negative word, that is no, not, none, will not be used in such sentences. Your pattern is subject plus will, shall plus verb first form. Now in all the future tense, in simple future tense, we are going to use the verb first form. Subject plus will, shall plus verb first form. Here the sentence is he will go to school. Now I have used shall also here. Shall is used for first person and will is used for second and third person. Generally will is used for second and third person and shall is used for first person. So you say I shall go to school and he will go to school. She will go to school. They will go to school. Except in certain cases we use shall with the first person. Next is your negative sentence. In negative sentence we have subject plus will, shall plus not plus verb first form. Example is he will not go to school. He will not go to school. Interrogative, again invert the subject and verb position. You will get will, shall plus subject plus verb first form. Will, shall plus subject plus verb first form. Sentence is will he go to school? Interrogative negative, will, shall plus subject plus not plus verb first form. Here also will he not go to school? Now just like your present and past tense, again I have continued with the same verb go in future tense also. This is how you will learn how go is used in future tense as well. So same way you can just replace the verb, base verb, that is verb first form, and use it in the different patterns and formats. Coming to next type of future tense, that is future continuous tense. Continuous means again the action will be in progress, but when? In the future time. Action will be continuing at some point in the future. So action will be progress in the future time, not right now. For example, he will be writing a story. They will be preparing for a test. Now here you can see the timeline. This is my time of speaking, that is your present time. And where is this? This is your future time when the action is going to take place. For example, you take. Let's consider a situation. you are deciding to go to a friend's house in the evening, right? So you talk to another friend and want him to accompany you to your friend's house. Now what will what will your friend say when you are talking to him? Then when you are trying to decide to go to your friend's house, what will that friend say? He will be writing a story, or he will be playing, or suppose it's 4 o'clock, right now it's 2 o'clock, and you are deciding to go to your friend's house at 4 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock, what will he be doing? First example, if I take, he will be writing a story. So at that moment, at 4 o'clock, he will be writing the story. Or the second example which we spoke about, he will be playing. So at that particular moment, that at 4 o'clock, your friend will be playing. Your friend will be playing. So in the future, in this time, the work will be in progress. If I talk about 4 o'clock, the action began with before 4 o'clock and it is going to continue after 4 o'clock also. So action will be in progress in the future time. Uses. Where do we use future continuous tense? To express action that will be going on in future. Again, just now we have discussed, the children will be playing then at that particular moment. Then means that time. At that particular moment, the children will be playing. And future planned actions. Now future is future. We have studied about future planned action in, if you remember, can you tell me? Correct. Where have we used future planned action? In simple present tense and present continuous tense. There we have used future planned action in the present time because those work were definite, fixed for the future time. Now here also future planned action, I shall be going to Shimla next week. So next week we are planning to go to Shimla. So this is how your future continuous tense comes into expression. Just now we spoke about, we have used future planned action in your present continuous tense as well. So sometimes we use present continuous tense in future continuous also. We use present continuous tense in future continuous also. How do we use? By using going to form. So we are going to use going to form to express your future continuous tense with the intention of present continuous form. Clear? So first is your intentions. If you what are your intention? What are you intending to do? So with that intention, we are going to use present continuous, and this present continuous will have the impact of future tense. This present continuous tense will have the impact of future continuous tense. For example, we are going to shift to a new house tomorrow. So when you have to shift to tomorrow, why are we using present continuous tense? Because we have started packing ourselves, packing our things. We have to shift tomorrow, so we have to pack all the things. That is why though your action is going to take place tomorrow, your preparation has begun today and you are using present continuous tense. So are going to. Are going to, here to is also a part of your verb. Then to make predictions. Just now we spoke about you will get wet in this rain. There, what was that? It was raining, or when it rains you move out in that rain, you will get wet. But suppose it rains in your winter and summer, that is not your raining time. But you see dark clouds in the sky. And when you see dark clouds in the sky, you make predictions. And then what are your predictions? It is going to rain soon. It is going to rain soon. Clear? So this is your prediction. Seeing the dark clouds you have predicted, but it is not necessary that it is going to rain. So here also we are going to use going to form as present continuous tense. Coming to patterns. Your affirmative sentence will have the pattern as subject plus will shall plus be plus verb fourth form. Subject plus will shall plus be plus verb fourth form. So he will be going to school, will be going to school. Negative, subject plus will shall plus not plus be plus verb fourth form. He will not be going to school. Negative, interrogative, will shall plus subject plus be plus verb fourth form. Remember to invert subject and verb position in interrogative sentence and end the sentence in your question mark. Always remember this. So your sentence form is, will he be going to school? Will he be going to school? Interrogative negative, will shall plus subject plus not plus be plus verb fourth form. Will he not be going to school? So these are your formats for present continuous tense. Another type, future perfect tense. This will show that action will be over by a certain future time. Means the action will be over in future. For example, my grandma will have reached here by tomorrow evening. She will have done her work when I reach here. Means when you are going to reach house, she will already have completed her work. Tomorrow evening, your grandma will be reaching home. So now you see the same action in your timeline. This is your time of speaking when the action is actually taking place. It is already in progress. Your grandma has already started her journey. So work is in progress and will be completed in the near future. So this time which you can see, this time is the period during which the action will take place and will be completed at this particular moment. Coming to patterns, subject plus will shall plus have plus verb third form. Example, he will have gone to school. He will have gone to school. Negative, subject plus will shall plus not plus have plus verb third form. He will not have gone to school. Interrogative, will shall plus subject plus have plus verb third form. Will he have gone to school? An interrogative negative, will shall plus subject plus not plus have plus verb third form. Will he not have gone to school? So these are the patterns how you are going to use to frame different sentences in future perfect tense. Last type of the future tense, this is your future perfect continuous tense. So this is also used for an action which will be continuing over a period of time and will end in the future. Example, I will have been studying English for 6 months. I will have been studying English for 6 months. The farmer will have been working in the field till the rain comes. The farmers will have been working in the field till the rain comes. Coming to timeline, you can say this is your time of speaking when I am saying. Right now I am talking about my studying and the farmers working. And this is the future time when the action will be in progress. You can see action has started in future, continuing at this point of time, and is going to continue further in the future time. Clear? So I am talking about this particular time for which the action has been in progress. This is the time for which the action had been progress in future. And it will end here somewhere again. So I will have been studying English for 6 months. Now I started studying English here. Still I am continuing. At this point of time it is 6 months. and then it will end here. If I take another example, farmer started working, they are still working here, and when will it stop? When the rain comes. So this is a time when the rain comes. Clear? Patterns, quite a long pattern. Subject plus will shall plus have plus been plus verb fourth form. He will have been going to school. He will have been going to school. Negative. Now again be careful with the use of not. In negative form we have subject plus will shall plus not plus have plus been plus verb fourth form. So quite a long format. So be very careful. Again subject plus will shall plus not plus have plus been plus verb fourth form. Sentence is he will not have been going to school. Again be careful with the use of not. Again and again I am repeating because this is the most common spot where students make mistake. So he will, and after the first auxiliary you will have not. So he will not have been going to school. Here you have four verbs, will have been going. So don't write will have not been going. Remember, not comes after the first auxiliary. So will not have been going. Interrogative, will shall plus subject plus have plus been plus verb fourth form. Will he have been going to school? This is your interrogative sentence with the pattern. Interrogative negative, will shall plus subject plus not plus have plus been plus verb fourth form. Will he not have been going to school? So this is how all the patterns are over now. All the types of sentences we have studied, and now what you have to do is to keep practicing all the formats. As I already said, instead of mugging it up, try to understand the pattern, and once you know the pattern, then you don't have to put in lot of effort to write any sentence in any tense in any form. Best of luck to all of you. Thank you. Goodbye.